January is a spike period for loading public health and suitability apps and setting such Yuletide the suitability trackers to job. But do they in fact assist you remain reasoned? Following the Yuletide personality indulgence comes the unavoidable New Year's solution to get fitting, Mississippi way, and eat more than beneficently. But 65% of us do resolutions, just 12% effectively hold to them, voting company Commerce finds. Can technology assist? While Sarah, 34, a law prof of Australia, requested to miss way recent year, she took the extraordinary attitude of placement bets how she would reach her workout goals. Chest carcinoma had stopped her workout usual, and she'd obtained way for a year that turned on 3 operative, she says. I was back to workout by camp and hard to miss several of the way I'd put on time creature sitting, she says. She began a new workout usual 8 weeks following finished chest renovation surgical. In a wearable operation tracker, she controlled the stairs she took every day and the amount of calories she burnt. But she as well reasoned herself in an application, move rate, how let her bet if she would reach her workout goals. I did 3 a-month bets and 3 6-month bets, and lose 7 kilograms 15 lbs, 10% of my flesh weight, says Sarah. She as well says she done 358 pounds, $458, 403 euro. I love loser body fat. I don't love loser cash. The impact? Motive, she explains. For the information-minded, monitoring yours advance in reams of measurements is quite to remain reasoned. Arshi Agreshat, who is 40 and initially of Bangalore, has been with a suitability tracker for a year, to action biometry such as my cardiac bet, related in my standard of suitability, she says. In 2016, she based a technique begin up in offices in Finland, India, and London. Often traveling through period zones done her solve to go fleeing every night, occasionally in the medium of the overnight, time auditory to podcasts. It was each lie in bed love a zombies, completely reactive lagged, or hit the way. It was the just way I could remain sensible, she says. Monitoring her cardiac bet and metabolic proposed a visible way to path advance above period and emboldened her, says Ms. Greshat. But he's how we use such a information how matters, argues Indigo Aswani, an aide prof in industry mechanical engineering and operative study at the College of California, Berkeley. Individualized purpose installation is a really essential dimension of these apps. He says the superior workout apps find out of how thou ve made in the history to dressmaker yours goals, he argues. And making the based a feeling of accomplishment, that behavioral psychologists say is essential in amending yours manners. If thou re efficient at meet goals present, it boosts yours trust and makes you more than potential to encounter yours goals in the next, says Professor Aswani. In his own study, one team of testing topic was taking into account a change quantity of stairs as a purpose every date, relying on their early advance. Else was specified the identical quantity of stairs each date. The team taking into account adaptable goals average on 1,000 meter more than every date, he says. Joseph Laws, a ex-US troop wanderer who serviced in Afghanistan and subsequently treated as a software program engineering at Google, has advanced his own way of installation adaptable goals. Relying on his troop expertise, he began evolving suitability routines for friends and household. After, he begun evolving car training algorithms to discover out that exercises top constructed suitability, relying on year, sex, altitude and way. Mr. Laws liberated the formal release of his application, Optimize, 6 months back. The problem was evolving a pattern of suitability, and map such equations to factual exercises, he says. One day he had the pattern in location, his algorithms could find out and enhance every period a man carried out. The workouts would later adjust to the man's history productivity. About 90% of users who do it to their 4 exercise go on to use it for the following 2 months, he says. Largest of the information comes of human beings 20 to 50 year ancient, he says, so the following problem is collection more than information of older exercisers, and some non-typical groups, such as human beings in injuries. Some suitability begin UPS are hard to use car training to calorie accounting. Charles Teague's application, Mississippi He, began by request users to log all they ate, later compliance path of their amount of calories and nutritional, he says. As all know someone's tested it, is a bit of a faff. So wouldn't it be large if you could fair get a image of yours meal, and it was fair logged, he asks. A year back, he entered a characteristic named click it, that is training how to identification meal on a platter. Same information we've gained present would do things love recognize how's paste, how's an poem, how's a plantain, says Mr. Teague. But more than information is necessary if the app is to distinguish pasta bolognese of fettuccine alfredo, for sample. At the time, users both train the algo as they use it, by choosing the accurate kind of meal in front line of them of options the algo identifies. So it will get period up the app becomes quite smart to recognize largest meal variants. In the Planet Public Health Organization proverb adiposity is now more than overall rather than by nutrition, researchers accept apps relying on public health and mental study include the capacity to convert how we eat and work out. But of 29,000 apps regarding to weight losing and suitability, just 17 were relying on verifiable research study, a 2016 research at the Roman Catholic College of Louvain found. In spite the World Portable Suitability App Marketplace grew of in 2016 to says study company Statista, time the suitability wearables marketplace was cost in 2017, a drawing anticipated to achieve by 2022. So as thought on which you eat and how far you work, keys cost check out the authorities of the suitability app or tracker at first up making yours difficult earned cash money. Which plant for you will rely substantially on yours identity and which pushes yours motivation button.